Good day, open hearts, and thank you for being here at this Shell Energy. Just coming in to give you another quick update of this acceleration that we're going through. It still feels very physical, but I want you to understand that there is no measuring stick for what we as a humanity are moving through. We have been going through this for a while already, many years. So there has been waves of us, of humans. There are, the first wave, the second wave, but this one is the fastest, most accelerated wave, because the ones that have done it have opened the path so clearly and wide that us as a humanity has voted to just go ahead and all of us move through. When I said us as a humanity, it's like, I don't remember voting for this. What's going on? At a higher level, we all have come together in a council and agree that we are moving through this. And we're going to do it now. Because we were going, as a humanity, we were moving to a place where we were going to just destroy ourselves. So there was a U-turn made. And, a few years back, I guess, some people say, 2012, the end of the world type of thing. The U-turn was made and we made it through. We did not blow ourselves up. But then we have agreed that we're going to try to accelerate this. And as of, I believe, was 2019 when I felt that push and stop, push and stop, push and stop. And I'm like, what is this? And then I saw the big stop of last year of, everybody coming into a quiet place of quarantining in your own house or wherever you were. You had the big stop, so that you can go inward and, calculate, rethink your living conditions, your relationships, where you're spending most of your hours of the day. Was this productive? Can this be done better? All of that. We've had a chance to analyze and sit with last year. And this year, we decided that after the meditation we had the whole 2020, we were just going to dismantle everything that wasn't working, and we were done learning through fear, which was a decision that we all made again as a collective. You could be voting as you're sleeping. Your higher self could be voting as you're moving around the market or cooking a meal. It could be time to vote. So your higher self votes, according to how, things are moving. So we voted that we are done learning through fear, so that, the dismantling could begin. And we're going to see, we have been watching all the dismantling of, education and medical and banking, all this stuff. But what I feel is bubbling up now is the nastiest things. That's what I said the last time. Stop with the news. Don't watch anything, because your vibration is key through this process. And when you put your attention, your awareness to a lower level of frequency, after a while you begin vibrating at that frequency. And we need you to parent your vibration, to not guard your vibration, because there's nothing to guard from, but just to be aware of what are you feeding with your awareness moment by moment. So the pimple is gonna burst. The pimple has been there and it's been there, and now it's gonna burst. With this, I haven't paid attention too much to the Schumann or the sun or the planetary systems because I've been traveling, but I can just feel it. It's like the pimple is gonna burst. and the nastiest that's going to come out, it's going to look bad. It's going to look pretty bad, borderline ridiculous. But this is what some people need to experience in order to bring their awareness to a higher level of frequency, vibration. So when the pimple bursts, it's nasty. We all have seen nasty pimples come and pop. But the pimples need to do this, right? To clear, to clean, and begin the healing process of the skin and, cleaning. So we are moving through, we're going to come into a period, it feels, because we started already purging fear patterns from us. So then now the fear, anything that has been built upon fear blocks is also going to start falling apart faster, much faster. So if you see things falling apart that you had become accustomed, that you feel comfortable, because sometimes we feel comfortable with crap just because we know crap. Oh, I don't know how they said you like the devil, better the devil you know than the devil you don't know. I don't know how that goes. But anyway, something like that. The process of this, everything that has been built on fear falling apart is because we have made all the choices available already that we could possibly make in this timeline. And I don't like to talk about timelines because there are so many rabbit holes there. But we have made all the choices available, okay? We have made the comfortable choices of always living in this little cage circle like a hamster and thinking that we're okay there, and all the other choices of exploring, and rebelling, and we have been everything. Like, this is what I say, when we voted as a humanity, as a collective, we vote as the human race, knowing that we already have experienced everything. We had experienced being all races, all colors, all genders. So at this point, we have made all the choices that were available for us on the table where we were sitting. And we want to move to a higher plane to see what offerings are at a higher plane, what can we build in a higher plane. The thing is, when I felt that this, it feels like the pimple's gonna burst, then a lot of us are going to freak out because a lot of people are comfortable with the way things were and they're fighting to get things the way things were before, like 2 years ago. And that is not possible. We already, as a collective, voted. We're moving forward. We're not going to go backwards. However, people are in need of continuing to see this projection of the all. They want to go back to the same restaurant and ask for the same dish in the menu over and over. And at a higher level, as a collective, we voted that there's no more menu. There's no more restaurant, actually. And we're done with it. We move into this place of unknowing, of we don't know. That's why I feel I don't see anymore the timelines, because there aren't any. We're just moving with baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. This is just my experience, of course. There are other people that see more ahead and more and see different ways of exiting. Like I said, some people are going to be exiting in masses because this is also a way of ascension by leaving their body. But many of us are also choosing to experience this in the physicality. And, it's just an experience. So you don't judge. Whatever people decide, that will be their experience. A lot of relationships are also ending because of that, because of the different choices of experiences. But this is what I'm trying to say is where we're moving is a place of unknowing, where we will feel very vulnerable. And by us feeling vulnerable and not knowing what's next, we are going to have to make choices that were never before on the table. So by this, we're creating ways of relating to each other in a different way that we did not do in this lifetime. And I don't know what age you are, but we, at my age of Generation X, we are the one birthing this process, because we are the ones that experience life without the internet and with the internet, with Wi-Fi and without Wi-Fi. So we are like a gateway. We are like this bridge bringing this forth, but everyone will feel it. You know, the little ones, our elders, they all will feel this passage. And we're moving through this unknowing, this period of vulnerability that will create a lot of moments for us to be very authentic, to feel, to drop the fear, just to drop it, because we have seen that we experience everything possible that had to do with fear. And like I always tell my kids, vivir con miedo es vivir a medias. So this is, I tell my kids, because they forget in Spanish, it means when you're living in fear or with fear, you're always half living. So we're moving through this period of vulnerability and unknowingness, because when we pass through this period, we are going to have to make new choices. There will be new choices available to us that were never on the table before. And by becoming vulnerable, we will begin seeing each other again as the true selves that we are. I had somebody said to me that I was very lucky because I was very close to God. I know she meant well, but I have to remind you that the only challenge we really have, like the only thing that is holding us back, is the understanding that we have this weird understanding that we are not divine, and that some people are and some people are not, and this one is good and that one is bad, and because this one is bad, that's far from God, and the other one that is good is close to God. And that's just crazy to me. Again, these are just my little rantings. Either everything is divine or nothing is divine. Everything is God or nothing is God. Okay? So we're moving to this level of dropping all the constructs, everything that was, and I could just see like not even Legos, they like Jenga, like little blocks that start falling apart from the bottom. They just coming apart from the very base of the structure, and the structure is just this very dark, dirty red. So to me, this is buildings that were built on the base of fear. So structures and beliefs that were built on fear as a base. So this could be actual institutions, or could be very strong beliefs. And when we were born, you know, a lot of the belief systems that we have were just given to us, and we just had to accept it. Like when I was little, you know, we have to go through all these different ceremonies and celebrations, and we were just saying this is the way it is because this is the way it's always been done. But it's time to let go of all the old. That's coming back again. The old maps are not going to be useful moving through where we're going to go now. Sorry, my eyes are just hurting, and they are like They just jump and hurt. So the old maps are not going to be useful through the place we're going to be moving. And I also see, they show me like balloons, people holding balloons. And when you move with the balloon up high, you have different perspectives, okay? So show me balloon, okay, show me the balloon and the elephant. And the other thing about the elephant, with the blind people touching the elephant, everyone gave a description of the elephant and everyone was correct. Because one was touching the trunk, the other one was touching the ear, the other one was touching the tail. So everyone gave a description and everyone was in their truth. So as you move, and then go back to the balloon, they're showing me the balloon, you're holding the balloon, and as some people bring their vibration higher, they will be lifted. And as we are lifted, we will be seeing higher and higher truth that are available to us. And these are just levels of truth, and truth with the small t. Okay, remember, I always say truth with big T is what never changes, what doesn't change. What is true is always truth. Is what never changes. What is true never changes. So as we move higher in vibration, we will just uncover new truth with the small teeth of T. Okay, the letter T coming up, and then you realize that many of the behaviors and belief systems that we have make no sense, but we're not judging them because they gave us the experiences that we have and brought us to this moment in time. But now as we move through this newness, this level of unknowingness, because this is how it feels. It feels very vulnerable. They're showing me naked people. We're moving through this level of vulnerability and unknowingness. You begin to understand that you don't know what's coming next. Like people say, oh, we're on Wednesday, we always have pizza. And on Thursday, we are just, we always go to the library. None of it is going to work. So at this level of unknowingness and vulnerability, we are going to be forced to truly live in the now. So this is what I'm getting. What is coming is just to allow us, push us a little bit to begin really walking the talk. A lot of people, again, we put all these cute little memes and things on social media. It's time to walk the talk, okay? And it's time to really begin living in the now. I'm sorry if I move so much, but I don't have a tripod, so I'm trying to hold the phone. So the level of unknowingness will teach us. It's not a teaching, it's a remembering, okay? It's a remembering to live in the now. Because this is where we have the power of choice. We have the power of creating. We can't create in the past. We can't create in the future. There's no future. We can only create in the now. So at this moment, we are moving to this unknowingness and feeling vulnerable. We understand that the only place that is now, the present moment. So the present moment will be very much underlined, moving forward. Let me see what else, because I'm seeing people like hoarding things, trying to, it's like they're sinking, and they're trying to hold on to a lot of stuff. They holding to bags, they holding to boxes, and they sinking. And by that, I don't want to cause fear, because these are just pictures that I see to interpret that this is all stuff. So we need to clear our body, clear the feel is showing me. And by, your feel is your physical body, your mental body, your emotional body, all of your levels. You are this nesting doll, like the little matrushkas. So you need to keep all that. And that's your responsibility. This is nothing new. You know that. You remember that. This is your responsibility. You're not responsible for anyone else's feel and body. It's your responsibility. Unless you're a mom, you have a child. But if you have a child, you're not making him into anything. You are just responsible for their growth and allowing this child to have the opportunities to grow into who he is or she is. You're not making the child into anything because they already are. But so if you are a mom, depending on the age of a child, your energetic body is still connected to this child. So you have additional responsibilities according to the age of the child. But at a certain age, your energetic body separates from the child, and the child is whole and complete in an energetic level, and they continue to make their choices. That's why when they are young, you have to teach them there is always a choice, and teach them there is never a wrong choice. They're just experiences. So they are not making mistakes. You're just creating experiences. But anyway, going back to the body and the feel, that's coming through that more and now I see more and more of our divinity is anchoring in the physical body. And again, we are not the first wave of runners. Some people have done this already. Some people have left the body because they already did this. And some people actually left the body because their body was not in good shape to receive this next level of evolution. So our bodies and our field are a responsibility. So it's very important moving forward that you keep it, you take care of it. You take care of it. Listen to what you need and do it, okay? If you need to sit down and massage your feet, you sit down and massage your feet. If you feel like you want to massage your hands, I've been feeling the need of massaging my hands and in between the fingers, then you do that. You just listen, listen to your feel. As you feel getting crowded, is that your stuff? If it's not your stuff, you just do some clearing, clear it. If it's not your stuff, or if it's your stuff, you just clear it, okay? Remember, you are not your thoughts, you are not your mind, you are a much higher level. You are a divine presence coming through and expressing as you. As there is a divinity that comes in and is expressing as me, Johnny. When I'm with my family here, I'm Johnny. As Janina. So there is a divinity that is coming through and expressing as you, as Kate. There is divinity that is coming through and expressing as Joe. So when you move around, you see everyone in their divinity in different levels, okay? So when you judge something, sometimes that's what comes to your feel and creates clutter. Because you're judging somebody, you're judging yourself. So that creates clutter on your feel. So you start clearing your feel, clear your body, okay? And this usually is done daily, if you can, a couple times a day. I don't know what you're doing throughout the day. If you are in position of management, watch it, because one of the issues is micromanagement. When people micromanage, you are not just doing your field, you're judging other people's fields and bodies, and not taking care of your own stuff, but pointing out other people's bad stuff. And that creates also a lot of clutter in your own field. So your responsibility from now on is to move forward, always making sure that you have the clearest body and feel, because that's the responsibility you're going to carry to create this passage for all of us, for humanity. The more responsible you feel, and you take, the more responsibility you take on your own body and feel, the quicker we're moving through this passage. And some of us have had a taste of it, they're showing me like when they painting or when they building something, and they're gonna build like paint up there, and they build these scaffolds of to reach the ceiling or to paint up high. You paint. Some of us have a stand on this, I don't know how you call them, scaffolding or something. That's what they're showing me. So, and for some periods of time, sometimes it's been like a couple of minutes, sometimes it's been more than a couple of minutes, we have been at that level. So now enough people have been at that level that the scaffolding is going to be taken down, so that the people that got used to being at that level remember that they have been on that level, so continue the vibration at that level. So as they move through the community and the daily, whereabouts that we do, our bodies and fields carry the vibration of up here, and this creates the opportunity for other people to recognize that vibration, and it triggers a knowingness. So we don't need to preach or tell anybody what to do. We just need to be clear on our own body and feel. Keep your awareness on your own vibration, where you're at, what are you feeding. And by doing that, you bring that light to wherever you go, okay? There's no fear. There is no fear, because your own light is your vibration. The more you judge or you condemn somebody, or you feel like righteous, this all this terrible, the more your vibration goes down. Because at a higher level, like I said, we voted as a collective, as a human race, as a whole collective bunch that we are. So all of us are just one. So when you're judging somebody, you're really truly just judging yourself. And that brings you down. Okay, so that's why your responsibility is just your own vibration and clearing your field. And you do that you can do that a couple of times a day, possibly. You can also do that with food, feed your body what your body requires, even if sometimes it's just weird. Bless your food, bless your water. Remember, water carries memory. And if you're drinking a lot of water and you're so proud that you're drinking lots of water, just think about where the water is coming from. So if you just picked it up from the store, fine, but you don't know where the water is coming from, who was carrying this water, how was the driver in the truck, all that stuff. So clear your water and just bless it and drink it. Bless your tea or whatever, bless your bread, so that you bring your frequency to the food before you consume it. If you take vitamins or supplements, the same thing. Okay, so take care of your body and take care of your field, all your energetic field. If there is a color that's coming through to you, just bathe yourself in this color, okay? Because the magenta has been coming very strong, and actually the transmutation flame, the ascended violet flame has been coming through very strongly. Since like Saturday, I started feeling it. Saturday, Sunday was very, very strong. So call it in and said, help me to clear my field and transmute this. Okay, I call in the highest level of violet flame that I am able to hold in my field, and clear my field in a way that is painless. Because sometimes I said, bring it on. And then it's like I'm on the floor. So just say it with ease and grace. Okay, just call it in. Bring some golden light to come in and fill in your whole head, the back of your head, your ears. Okay, bring some beautiful blue frequencies to come through your teeth, all that. Fill up your whole chest part with beautiful rose colors, whatever colors. Do whatever it takes to keep your body and your frequency high, your fields clear. Do not be afraid, because we are moving to a place that we're going to be making brand new choices. That's coming back again. All the choices that were possible before, we are done with it. We cannot go back to the restaurant and order the same meal again. It's not possible. It's not available. It's all. We move into a place where more choices are going to be coming into the table for us to choose. And we move into a place where the unknowingness of being is going to trigger us to start getting more and more and more comfortable on living on the now. So if you are not yet making sure that you are in the present moment and the now moment and the zero feel, where we're moving to will create situations that will help you stay in the present moment. So that's what I was getting today. And with that, I leave you. Big hug and kiss. Remember, we are the angels. We got these beautiful, incredible, angelic wings. We are fully supported. And as I say this, I can see hand on hand, our hands holding our highest self, like that. We're fully supported through the next passage. Mother Gaia is moving with us, and your responsibility is just your vibration, body and feel. And with that, I leave you. Remember, we are the angels. Divine blessings. Namaste.